Hey, what's up, guys? This is Christian Brindle with Six Figure Medicare Agent. Hope this video finds you doing well. And we're back with another video. Today, guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about why you need to stop being afraid of the TV commercials. But you need to stop fearing Joe Namath. You need to stop fearing Joe Theismann. You need to stop fearing Joe Montana and all of these retired football stars that are being paid to be endorsements for a lot of these TV commercials. We hear the complaints about it all the time. And there's been moments in my own career where I've just been like, oh, I wish it would stop. I understand the feeling, but you need to understand that you need to stop complaining about them and then to understand what they really are, and it's time for all of you to see the forest through the trees. But before we get into that topic, guys, I got to talk to you about my favorite telemarketing lead company. That's, of course, Lead Heroes, you guys. Lead Heroes has got you covered when it comes to telemarketing leads, whether it be Medicare supplement leads, final expense leads, turning 65 leads. They just got something for everybody, you guys. Just because you watch this video, they're going to give you 10% off on their website on any order that you make. The link to the site can be found down in the description of this video, as well as a coupon code that you can use at checkout to redeem your 10% discount. So go ahead and check them out. All right, guys, so let's talk about this. Let's have a real talk, right? Heart to heart. Let's have a heart to heart right now about these TV commercials. I hear agents all the time make statements and say to me, when we're maybe doing one-on-one coaching or consultations, which I do for a price, or maybe I'm talking with one of our agents that's contracting with us, that works with us and part of our team, and they constantly say, I feel like I can't compete. I feel like I'm being buried by the advertising, by the TV commercials, by all that stuff. Let's dissect a little bit what these TV commercials really are, right? What they are is they're a third-party company. Most of them are a third-party company. Glenn and I had Medicare Bob on Taco Tuesday recently, and he kind of pulled the curtain back on it a little bit. They're a third-party lead aggregator. What a lead aggregator is essentially like a lead generator, to where they will essentially run these TV commercials, and then call centers, third-party call centers will come in, pay them to kind of push the traffic to that call center, right? And then they're trying to sell them something over the phone. Here's the thing with a lot of these really, really big call centers, and of course it's not to say that it's the case with every single call center. There's a lot of really well-ran call centers out there, and I think, you know, one thing that I took away from the Medicare Bob Taco Tuesday episode was most call centers have to be well-ran, right? They just kind of have to be following certain guidelines. But they are at a disadvantage to an independent. I assume that if you're watching this, you're probably an independent agent. They have a disadvantage for a couple of different things. Number one, they do not have the ability most of the time to offer as many of the local plans as you do, right? They're probably going to be offering most of the largest plans, especially if they're offering Medicare Advantage plans. They're going to be offering the big name carriers, the blue chip carriers. And for some clients, that's probably going to be the best thing for them, and in a lot of markets particularly. However, not only are they not going to be able to offer the local carriers, they're not going to know the market 10% as much as you do, especially if you're a local agent, right? You know that market like the back of your hand. You know that XYZ hospital system isn't in the network for this company, right? Or you know that, you know, let's say this company has two plans, and with this plan, they might have this hospital system in the network, but not with this other one, right? You know the market like at the back of their hand. A lot of these people that work as call center agents, and I'm not trying to say this to disparage them or put them down, it's just realistic. A lot of times they're taking calls from all over the country, lots and lots of states and markets back to back to back. And sometimes when they put in your zip code, they're putting it in for the first time in a long time or the first time ever. And they're looking for your client's plan, and they're just trying to kind of make a good determination for them right off the bat. And a lot of times it just comes down to that they just don't know. You know infinitely more about your market than they do. Not to mention you have more carriers in the market than they do. I guarantee that you do. So you have an advantage right there. The other thing is, if you're doing your job well as an agency owner, or your agents are doing their jobs, you should have a relationship built up with that customer. This is a relationship business. And us as independents have a far greater advantage at relationship building than maybe call center agents do, right? Because it's more of a transactional type of deal, right? It is very transactional. Whereas when someone's working with an independent, it's a little bit more of a relationship. So there's a lot of call centers that just sign people up and then just don't talk to them again. Not all, but there's a good chunk of them that they're not going to be able to talk to that same person again. They're not going to be able to have that relationship built up. They're not going to be able to necessarily feel like they're a part of something with the agency a lot of times. There's so many large call centers that I hear about, and they lose a large chunk of their clients every AEP, so that's why they have to keep up those volumes to kind of make up for it. And it's because that it's something that the client might sign up with them for a year, but they're not able to keep them a lot longer than that, especially for Medicare Advantage. Now, like I said, this is not a blanket statement. There's plenty of call centers where this isn't the case, but a lot of the big ones that you guys are worried about, this is the case. And so I would say, guys, you have an advantage. And truth be told, I've heard a lot of really, really smart people say, and I actually tend to agree with them, the commercials are actually conversation starters for you, especially if you're trying to sell Medicare Advantage, right? All you have to say is, the Joe Namath commercial? Well, they're talking about this product type, right? And it's actually a conversation starter. I think Medicare Bob said something very, very telling on our Taco Tuesday episode as well, that we did this past week. He said, better your clients to call you than call the TV commercial. There's nothing bad about your customers reaching out to you because it means they trust you. And he's right. He's right, guys. If it's making your phone ring, just be glad they're not calling the commercial. They're calling you instead. They trust you. They believe in you. These commercials are not a bad thing. In fact, I think if anything else, they bring more awareness to what we're trying to do, and it gives us more of an opportunity to have a conversation with people. Are you going to lose one or two people here and there that just call because they want $150 a month back in your Social Security check? Yeah, it's going to happen, unfortunately. But I believe that if you play it right and you play your cards right, it's going to be few and far between, and it's going to open up the conversation for you to have more dialogue with more customers, and it might even help you write more business than you would without it. Just shift your mindset a little bit. Shift your mindset. I understand it's frustrating. I completely get it. If the calls are overwhelming you, it might be time to hire somebody to help you service those clients and customers. Anyway, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. I thought it was a very needed video. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Drop your comments down in the comment section on what you think about this. Drop a like on this video as well if you found it helpful. It helps with the YouTube algorithm to help more agents just like you find our content who really need to see it and find it and hear it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're notified when we upload. We upload about 3 to 4 videos a week, week in and week out, just for you guys, completely free. And appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video all the way to the end. Here's to your success and your abundance. Thanks, guys.